Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 iconic scenes written differently in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Can you tell me where I might find platform 9 3/4?
9 3/4? Think you're being funny, do you?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at the memorable moments from the first Harry Potter film that were originally written quite differently by J.K. Rowling herself. Of course, we know and expect there to have been some changes made between the novels and the movies, but which of these scenes do you think the films improved, and which were better as they were in the books? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Dudley at the Zoo. What better way to get one over on your endlessly cruel cousin than by accidentally setting a massive snake on him? And on his birthday too.
Move! He's asleep!
This scene is the first we see of Harry's at this point unrealised wizarding potential. It differs slightly from the books though. For one, there's no Piers Polkiss in the film, Dudley's equally unlikable friend, for Dudley to humiliate himself in front of. And for another, the book, Dudley never finds himself actually trapped inside the snake enclosure. That bit was just a nice addition penned by the movie script writers.
Oh my goodness, how did you get in there, please? Is there a snake? Is there a snake?
Number 9. Meeting Hagrid. Surely there are fewer, more iconic lines in 21st century cinema than
You're a wizard, Harry.
Delivered with such gravelly gravitas by Hagrid actor Robbie Coltrane. It's the moment that Harry's world changes forever. But in the books, that line is delivered ever so slightly differently, and while the films do mostly follow their source material, placing the Dursleys and Harry in a near-derelict seaside shack on a dark and stormy night, as Vernon desperately tries to outrun Al Post, there's much more to Harry and Hagrid's first conversation.
Thank you.
It's not every day your young man turns 11 now, is it?
In the books, it's here, not in the leaky cauldron as per the films, that Harry first learns of Voldemort.
Oh, we're a bit behind schedule. Let's be off.
Number 8. Harry's journey to platform 9 3/4. When Harry first checks his ticket in the Philosopher's Stone movie, he's already at King's Cross Station with Hagrid, after a day shopping at Diagon Alley.
This is platform 9 3/4. There's no such thing, is there?
Then there's that classic moment when Harry realises that he doesn't have a clue what to do, just when Hagrid decides to conveniently vanish. But not in the books. As Rowling originally wrote it, Harry actually goes back to the Dursleys for another month after Diagon Alley, before going to Hogwarts. It's the Dursleys who then begrudgingly take him to the station, on their way to the hospital to get Dudley's pigtail, given to him by Hagrid, surgically removed. Harry's opportune chat with Mrs. Weasley, though, is almost word for word book to film.
Now, all you've got to do is walk straight at the wall between platforms 9 and 10. Best do it at a bit of a run if you're nervous.
Number 7. Meeting Draco.
And Slytherin.
Draco makes quite an entrance in the film, arrogantly introducing himself to Harry, whilst the first years wait to be let into the Great Hall for the sorting ceremony. But while most of Malfoy's signature lines do appear in the books, their setting isn't the same.
Harry Potter has come to Hogwarts.
On the page, Harry actually meets Malfoy before term starts, in Diagon Alley, when both characters are getting fitted for robes at Madame Malkin's. And the tense, some families are better than others standoff between the pair actually happens on the Hogwarts Express. It's a moment when Harry, Ron, Draco, Crabbe and Goyle very nearly get into a fistfight.
I think I can tell the wrong sort for myself, thanks.
Number 6. The Sorting Hat.
You will come forth. I shall place the sorting hat on your head, and you will be sorted into your houses.
While so much of the original sorting ceremony does appear in the film, and so many of the Sorting Hat's own lines are near perfectly adapted, we can safely say this scene was written differently in the books because of something that isn't shown on screen: the Sorting Hat song.
Right. Okay. Gryffindor!
Rowling gives almost a page to her novel to a series of rhymes, through which the Sorting Hat introduces the Hogwarts houses, describing the qualities a witch or wizard might need to earn their place in each of them. A chance missed, perhaps? Although there are still some poetic lines to savour.
Better be Gryffindor!
Number 5. The photo album. Of all the magical objects that Harry encounters or acquires over his first year at Hogwarts, none holds quite as much sentimental value as the photo album of his parents gifted to him by Hagrid. In the film, it makes for a fitting final moment, on the station platform as students depart for the summer. In the books, though, it's arguably even more emotional, as Hagrid gives Harry the album a little earlier, while he's still recovering in the hospital wing after stopping Voldemort. With so much weight and history behind Hagrid's thoughtful present, Rowling sums it up in 6 words. Harry couldn't speak, but Hagrid understood. Number 4. Meeting Ron.
Excuse me. Do you mind?
The big 3, Harry, Ron and Hermione, meet on the Hogwarts Express in both the books and the films, and under similar circumstances. Hermione's helping Neville find his toad in a booth, Ron tries to turn Scabbers yellow in a booth, and Hermione hilariously points out a mark on Ron's nose in a booth.
You've got dirt on your nose, by the way. Did you know? Just there.
But perhaps the biggest difference is that in the books, Harry meets Fred and George first of all, and then Ron. So by the time Ron shuffles into Harry's carriage, he already knows who Harry is. So there's not quite the same reveal in the books. And as for the famous trolley lady moment, in the books, Harry gets some of everything, but not literally everything.
We'll take the lot. Whoa.
Number 3. Detention in the Forbidden Forest. In both the book and the film, the dragon Norbert is essentially the reason why Harry ends up in the Forbidden Forest searching for a unicorn killer. Only, in the films, it's because Draco Malfoy simply sees the dragon in Hagrid's heart, while in the books, it's because Harry gets caught helping Norbert to escape from Hogwarts Castle. The group heading into the forest for detention is different in the books too, with Neville replacing Ron, as Rowling originally wrote it, which makes for an all-new dynamic, although Draco remains at his evil, sneering best in both versions.
I'd say you were scared. Scared, Potter.
We also hear a little more from centaurs in Rowling's original version of this scene.
You're safe now. Good luck.
Number 2. Devil's Snare. While the potions riddle is easily the most significant omission from the books to film during Harry's route to the Philosopher's Stone, the Devil's Snare isn't exactly as it was originally written down, either.
Stop moving, both of you. This is Devil's Snare. You have to relax.
First off, in the books, there was no handy rhyme to make it easier to remember, but the characters' roles are slightly different too. In the films, it's very definitely Hermione's time to shine, as her cool head gets the other 2 out of trouble.
Devil's Snare, Devil's Snare. It's deadly fun, but we'll sulk in the sun, that's it! Devil's Snare hates sunlight.
But in the books, while she is still the one to work out how to defeat Devil's Snare, she somewhat stumbles to the answer, leading Ron to scoff at her. Meanwhile in the films, it's Ron who suffers some sarcasm.
Lucky we didn't panic.
Number 1. The End of Quirrell.
What do you see? Let me speak to him.
For most of the movie, Professor Quirrell, Harry's first offence against the dark arts teacher, and the eventual host for parasitic Voldemort, is very faithfully adapted from the page. But when his eventual downfall comes, and he can't touch Harry without burning in agony, there are a couple of changes. First, a phantom. Dustcloud Voldemort never leaves Quirrell's body in the books, and the Dark Lord never passes through Harry either. But also, while Harry kinda looks after himself in the movie, he's explicitly helped by Dumbledore in the books, who arrives in the nick of time just as Harry's eyes fall shut.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.